Hi, I'm Nick Pawson. You're watching News 24 Live. This weekend, the Springboks take on the old foe New Zealand in Wellington. Now, in South Africa, we have the unusual predicament of a number of South Africans who support the All Blacks over the Springboks. So we hit the streets this morning and sniffed out a few of these All Black supporters and asked them why.
One, the reason why I'm supporting the All Blacks is their flair rugby. There is no country in this world that is playing that kind of rugby as All Blacks.
I must admit it's a hard question to ask because personally I kind of feel as a South African there's a piece of me that feels a little bit as someone who wants to support the All Blacks who's South African is a bit unpatriotic, I'll be honest about that. But I've thought about it a lot for years, and there's a lot of history about it. If you're a 9, 10-year-old 15, 20 years ago and you grew up with your parents supporting the All Blacks, for political reasons or for whatever, I'm a Lions fan and the Lions very seldom win anything, right? And it's in my blood because that's how I started as a 9-year-old. So if you grew up in a family where your parents support the All Blacks, I don't see any reason why not support them now.
I support the Springboks because I'm a patriot, I love my country and I think they are the world's best. I think the All Blacks are a bunch of, starts with the W, wussies. I don't think they really deserve to be the number one ranked team, because I think they play a bit dodgy rugby, man. I think we play more the tough rugby, like in the good old days when rugby was rugby. I think there's so much technology involved now in the rugby. That's why the game is not the game anymore, man. That's why these owns can win on technicalities and not on the fact that they can actually play rugby. I don't think the All Blacks can play rugby.
They play rugby, they play a pattern. It's enjoyable, man, to watch them playing rugby. It's not kick like the Springboks kick the ball and this and that. You know what I mean? They play a real rugby, man, a pattern of rugby. There's always one next to each other if they go up. Even at time, they still play rugby. They still fit as a fiddle.
As a black or coloured South African that is in South Africa, that can't relate to certain sporting codes that are in terms of lack of transformation, and then we opt for the next best thing, was probably the All Blacks. And besides, which part of that is the way they play that we do enjoy, kind of enjoy. There's those two reasons for me. That's those most two reasons why I do support them.
I kind of like the fact that the All Black supporters here in Cape Town. As long as they're rugby fans, I don't think it makes them unpatriotic. And often I've seen those very same people wearing All Black jerseys cheer when the Boks score tries. So I think it's a challenge for the Springboks to win supporters back, to kind of make up for the mess of our past.
Instead of supporting the white Springbok, we decided to support the All Blacks, not the Springbok, for political reason. Because as Africans, we were not included or inclusive in the Springbok team here in South Africa.
Even though the record shows that New Zealand has beaten us more times than what we've beaten them, my heart still lays with South Africa. And yeah, I'm a book until I die.
They just pick. You can see the team now. There's only two colors in the. You know what I mean? Mostly is white. There's much nice place in the Cape Flats. If the selectors can go there and look for youngsters, this is all old people, man. They must pack up.
It's going to be a change of culture. It's going to be a change of where we say we don't have the so-called white sports. We don't brand the sports like the cricket, the hockey, the rugby, and say it's the so-called white sports. And we have people that are living in the townships that do play rugby on TV, and you can say, a little kid can say, well, I can't relate to Skalk Burger because there's not a guy next door. But if he sees a guy next door that does play on TV, then they can relate easier, and they can say, okay, cool, I actually want to be there.
You see, when I'm called them, I say, I'm a Bolandaba. You see, yes, that's the All Blacks.
If you feel there are other reasons why South Africans support the All Blacks or have an opinion on the matter, feel free to add it to our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.